So yeah, coming up next, we have Edmonton Impact taking on Sacramento Excessive here in our semifinals. And yes, like we were saying, Todd, Thomas Taylor if Impact wants to win, they have to stop Thomas Taylor coming down the snake side.
Yeah, they do. Excessive has been, they've done a really good job of getting up that side. They've been sending Thomas to that big box on the break and Jerry D'Amato up the center to the temple. And they've done a good job of controlling and making the moves at the right time to get one or the both of them across and into the snake so they can start getting down it and controlling it.
And you see that's Excessive right there in the gray and black high huddle. Rich Telford directly in the center of your screen, the captain of Excessive. And you see Ryan Martin there. I thought it was a really good pickup for Excessive to grab Ryan Martin. He's played for Dynasty. He's played for Entourage. He's seasoned. He's young, though, but he's he's a smart, methodical player, and I think that complements them. He's stepped up, too. So, yeah, Ryan Martin, Jerry D'Amato, Thomas Taylor, all playing great right now for Excessive. Junior Brown's been holding it down, too, pretty much across the board. Now, Impact, flip side of the field. Impact, the story is you got the Yakmek brothers, Zach and Zane, coming out of Edmonton. You got Josh Davey. You got Josh Wament. And then you got Justin Cornell. Those are the Canadians. And they've been playing together for years, and they've really stepped it up. They took second place last year. They lost to Damage, who got eliminated. However, big story for Impact is that they were able to pick up Ryan Moorhead, Chad George, and Tim Montressor as a three-pack and able to get a lot of experience on their team and also pick up a guy in Chad George who's been handling business over here on the snake side and complementing Justin Cornell's aggression.
Yeah, a lot of explosiveness. Chad George is that far front guy on the snake side, and Ryan Moorhead is your far runner on the Dorito side. And both of those guys have been breaking games open constantly and consistently for Edmonton Impact. So I expect to see Justin Cornell and Chad George into that snake running head on into Jerry D'Amato and Thomas Taylor, and this is going to be exciting to see what happens.
And that is Thomas Taylor getting his boys up.
Trying to get them pumped up. Thomas Taylor being that energy guy that we talked about, getting his team fired up. Ryan Martin going to have to stay alive in that snake side corner for Excessive. Riley Sullivan, is going to be coming up, running head on into Ryan Moorhead, and we'll see if Rich Telford can pull out some more of that magic that he's been showing us today.
Yeah, Rich Telford's been stepping up too. His gun's really big for him off the break. He's able to get some of those crucial kills off the break. And then also he's been playing real smart and methodical at the end of the game too. So here we go on the breakout. Impact. Ooh, looks like Chad George or Justin Cornell, got bounced, but he's able to check himself and aggressively push up the center of the field. Huge aggressive push by Impact. Look at this. They take the snake off the break, the center structure, and the inside Dorito.
Yeah, Justin Cornell looking to stop Thomas Taylor, but Thomas Taylor went a little bit too quick before Justin Cornell could get in there and post up. But Riley Sullivan making the early exit for Excessive. Going to be huge, along with Tim Montressor for Impact.
Yeah, so it's 6-on-6 right now. And both teams have good positions, but it really is Impact here seizing that open bell or off the break. And, awesome. That's a great game plan, Todd, as they're able to get up into that center and everyone in those crucial spots and their front bunkers stayed alive.
Well, smart move by Impact to try and shut down Thomas Taylor. It's just too bad that he didn't get the opportunity.
I don't know what Chad George was thinking right there. You got to go a little bit tighter than that. And, Thomas Taylor was just head checking, and as soon as he saw Chad George come around, he just, roasted him down.
Yeah, very unfortunate now because Justin Cornell is in a constant state of worry, knowing that Thomas Taylor is alone in that snake, and at any moment it's going to be popping up on his side. So we'll see how this turns out for Justin Cornell.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's not the spot. That's not the spot Thomas wants to come up into. And I think that Justin Cornell is promising to the referee, swearing on his mother that he shot him, but no, he gets pulled out. And so, hey, that's a good trade for Thomas because they have more bodies over here on this side. But Jerry D'Amato needs to get into the snake. They still have 3 bodies on this snake side. There's no one is shooting it. There he goes. Jerry D'Amato finally able to get in there.
Ryan Moorhead also takes the walk at the same time as Justin Cornell. So all 3 of those front positions that Impact secured on the break have now left the field and are stuck back in the corners trying to fight back.
And it's okay, so Impact is, that's unfortunate for them because they had all the good spots off the break, and then Chad George gets shot coming around sloppily in the snake, gets shot by Thomas Taylor. Then Thomas Taylor comes up, trades out with Justin Cornell. So Justin Cornell did a good job. He was in a bad spot. He was able to trade out with them, so that was good on both of them. But then Ryan Moorhead gets shot on this Dorito side of the field. So, a couple mental mistakes there from Impact, which is rare. We hadn't seen that yet so far this event, or we haven't seen a lot of them from them.
Yeah, we've seen people that get up in the center of the field. It's either, it's way hit or way miss. Like if you get up in that center of the field and you got control of the snake, then there's no way. It's really tough to dig that guy out of that center. But if you lose the snake, that's almost a free kill for guys like Thomas Taylor.
Yeah, and so here it's a bad situation with Jerry D'Amato and the snake for Impact. But that being said, Excessive is going to have to advance into their guns. And you can see Junior Brown in the car wash. Well, right now on your screen, yeah, there's the car wash for, I think that's one of the Yakmek brothers for Edmonton Impact. And Josh Davey in the back corner. And here comes Excessive. That's Rich Telford moving up the field into the stand-up temple center.
And we saw Rich Telford back at that box communicating with Junior, talking to Ryan Martin, really trying to figure out where the bodies are so he can make a good decision. And this is what we've seen from Rich Telford so far today, letting his guys get up, do the damage, and then coming through and really working that center 50 to lock off these zones and try and get kills from there.
Ooh, Jerry D'Amato dodges the ball here, and he really can't go anywhere with the back player for Edmonton Impact in that corner bunker on the snake side, because if he comes around this down, at least on the tape line, on the sidelines, he's going to get smoked down. So it's going to have to be one of the Excessive players over on the Dorito side of the field, and looks like that's probably, I'd say, Junior Brown has the ball over there in the 40-yard line Dorito. Yeah,
if Junior can get into that 50 Dorito, it's definitely going to put a lot more pressure on this corner, on the snake side corner for Impact, because then that's the furthest guy up on that wire that he's going to have to deal with. And once he's looking at him, then that's what's going to free up Rich Telford to give him a little bit more space to try and make some moves down the field.
Absolutely. So you can see him. They're talking it up right now. Rich Telford and Jerry are talking it up, and here comes Ryan Martin out of the backfield. Nice job by him. It was definitely time that he got in the mix.
Yeah, you
can't. A decent amount of time left, 2 minutes, 26 seconds. They need to get going, though.
Yeah, you can't sit at those back spots. We saw a lot of teams fall victim to staying in the back too long, and Ryan Martin doing a good job of getting up there so that he can help Jerry out, be closer to him so that he can communicate with him, find out what he needs, and then look to break the game open next to Rich and Junior.
Yeah, it's a pretty good breakdown right there, and I think that Ryan Martin is definitely in a position where he could make a move because that really no one is shooting at him. And I was going to say Rich Telford as well, and Rich Telford starts creeping through the middle of the field. He's coming up, playing out in the blind area, trying to block out that back corner with the temple, and then he's going to make a move. Oh, and he gets shot. Was able to trade. Can't tell if he was able to trade with the car wash.
Referees really not being generous today on those close calls. We see them wiping a lot of guys off today.
Oh, no, they're going to pull out Josh Wimette.
I think that was a good call.
Yakmek, yeah.
Rich was blocked out from the snake side corner, and then once he put the pressure on him, was able to get that made kill, open up the game.
He did a really good job, but one of the things that Excessive is going to need to do if they want to contend is play off moves like that a little bit quicker. But, it doesn't really matter. They polished off the last guy, but they definitely could have, like Jerry D'Amato could have made a move up the snake when the guns were turning onto Rich. And so let's see if they can hang on to that time. Yeah, plenty of time left. Minute, 7 seconds left as Riley Sullivan runs that flag in. That is a really big win for Sacramento Excessive, heading into, I'd say, a heavily favored Impact team who's been playing really, really strong all weekend long. And then they meet Excessive, and Excessive is just continuing to
impress.
Yeah, they're continuing to impress. They haven't done anything substantially majorly wrong all day long. And it's every single one of their guys is stepping up. It's actually pretty amazing. I wouldn't say it's amazing to see because I wouldn't say that I didn't expect it from them, but it's just very cool to see them finally come together. All right, so it looks like we have a replay. All right, so you're looking at Chad George, and this is that death right here. So he feels like he's got him in, but Thomas is, with his experience, he knows Chad George. He knows that Chad George is aggressive, and as soon as Thomas got put in and he felt the gun come down on him, that he was able to just, come